So today we've got some blue IZE frames from 1999. Before you want to put on foam, you definitely need to strip these down. I scrape off all the old foam and glue. When you're changing out the foam also, helps to have a lens in there. Use a throwaway one so that you don't destroy it. This is one that I practiced dyeing on. The seal didn't hold though. You need to use new lenses. The eyes are not always the easiest to get clicked in. There we go. Get yourself some glue, vinyl plastic adhesive by Loctite, Q-tip. Grab a set of frames that were done correctly. Here's some rage frames that I refoamed myself a while ago. These ones are for sale at JOTUNPaintball.com right now in the Jotun shop. But notice the nose in the center. The way that it's not blocking your view, it goes along the edges. So you keep yourself a good reference nearby. Get a big gob of glue down. And I will proceed. If you have yourself a set of frames and some foam, you should strip down the frames and get that foam and glue out. You can just follow along with the video. New JT foam. I'm not a fan of OG. So to start, the nose. Get a good amount of glue in there. Definitely enough to fill these gaps. That's where it's going to cling to. You know, put a good amount. The purpose of the foam is to keep all your sweat in and everything. You don't want cracks in the seams. What I prefer to do is just the entire bottom at once. Just get it with a good bead of glue. Make sure that it goes along the edge. Alright, once you got all the glue just laid up all along the edges, it's ready. You're going to want to start with the center. So just get the center foam the way it needs to be. This part here is going to go on the inside. So we begin with the nose. When you get the nose in correctly, everything else falls into place generally. So then you're able to get the side over in the correct area. You want to have the edge of the foam trace the edge of the plastic so you're not blocking out your sight line. I like to have it slightly overlap in the middle. Over the plastic, so you're not going to have to worry about your nose touching any of that. And then you can just get the two edges. Once it starts to get harder a little bit, everything will stay in place. See how the foam edge is flush with the plastic. This is what we want. This is how we like it. It takes a little while for the glue to take hold, but once it does, it should all start staying in place the way you want it. Alright, so as you can see, it's mostly now staying in place. And that's how you want it with the thing in the center. So now for the next step, what I like to do is pop the top back. Get it out of the way, expose the whole edge. Get yourself another fat bead of glue down. And then I'm just gonna lay a bead across the entire top at once. A generous bead, you know. The green items you see to my right are some of the screens that I use to do my screen printing. It's a photo emulsion pulled through a screen, and then you shoot it with UV light with a black transparency for the part of the image that you want to allow the ink through afterwards. Everything that gets hit with the UV hardens, and whatever's underneath the black stays soft, and you can just wash it out. All the flyers for JOTUN Paintball and my t-shirts are all pulled through screens. This is an example of one. That's the anatomy of a mask t-shirt that I did a small limited edition for. Alright, so once you get enough glue down, it's best to do a little more up front than have to go back and fix it. Then you're just gonna allow the foam to pop into place where it wants to go. There we are, right along the edge. We don't want to block our view, so we're just gonna press it right in along the edge there. Flush. You can look through the front. It's good to not use a lens with too dark of a tint when you're doing this, so you can actually see through it. And then just go around. Make sure that it is flush in all the right places. You can just look underneath, make sure that the line's straight through. Then you're just gonna want to hold it 15-ish seconds. It's more than enough, just to allow the vinyl adhesive to take hold. And then we're doing some pressing back down in the other areas. Sometimes what you've done earlier will pop back up a little bit, such as right here. It's popped out, so we're gonna want to place that back where it needs to go. Give the bottom a little more time. give the top some pressure. A good way to do it is just to place it over your thigh. You can press down, get all the pressure down in the places where it needs to go. Another option is to just put a strap onto the frames and wear it around for a little bit. All right, this side is not wanting to stick, so it's time to give it a bit more glue. Just hold back the foam, get it on in there. And again, make sure it aligns with the edge of the plastic. Sides seem to be holding up well now at this point. We've got the top, fell right into place. It's staying where it should stay. And there we have it. Pair of OG blue eyes. Refoamed and ready to hit the field.